What's going on, Jillian? What's going on, all of you? What's going on, C Conte, D-Nate? I'm Stefan. What's going on, guys? Video 3 minus. Scorpion, go Mariners. Exactly. Like your attitude. Alright, let me go live here. All right, guys. Good to have you guys on. Good to have you guys in. Let's see here. I'm going to post everything really quick. Hopefully you guys had a great trading day. Hopefully you guys had a great green day. Very volatile out there. Would have been a good day to short. I'll explain some things here in a moment, though. Again, guys, hopefully you guys traded well out there. Today was a red day for me, red day recap. Wish I could say I was green, but towards the end of the day, I went green-red, and I didn't lock anything in. That's trading, though, guys. That's trading, you know. It's just the way it goes, and I'm always learning about myself. So let's see here. So just give me one more sec. Again, hopefully you guys had a great trading day. Today's Tesla. We had CCIV. SLGG. WTRH had a good day? Huh. Interesting. Yeah, definitely a red day today. That's okay. I mean, this stuff happens. What's going on, Mitch? What's going on, Dan? What's going on, Get Money? Hold on a sec. FPRX, how did that one do? Let's do, come on, give me one more. GME, that's we'll do that one. Okay, cool. Posted that there on social media. Now we'll go live on TikTok. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and get started today. We'll give it a couple seconds for the people on TikTok and YouTube to kind of join on in. Hopefully you guys had a great trading day out there. Today was a red day. You know, that's just the way it goes, guys. It's just the way it goes. You know, I wish I could say that I'm the only one, but I know there's people out there that were red today. And, you know, today was a day that you had to think on your toes. And that's about it. That's about it. So, you know, that's the way trading goes, though, guys. So, red day down about 70K on today. Nothing too crazy. But still a red day nonetheless. Let's point this more towards me. Sorry, guys. There you go. Red day nonetheless, guys. And, you know, we'll go ahead and recap it, basically. So, today was a day of a lot of thinking. You know, over the past 2 months, you know, we've done well over, you know, I think it's now well over 8 million in profits, like 8.3 or something, 8.5. And it's kind of easy to get all caught up in that. It's easy to get caught up in kind of, you know, the craze and all that. And now we're kind of, the market's kind of slowing down. The market's kind of teetering off. It's kind of, definitely slowing down. And so we're kind of just sizing down and lowering our risk. Now, this is the part of trading. Being down is the way it goes. And I was actually readjusting my long-term portfolio today because the markets were kind of boring. After the GameStop short, I'm going to be honest, when I shorted GameStop and I got crushed out through 85s and lost $450K on that trade, I'm not going to lie. I mean, that was rough going through that trade. And, in the future, it'll make me a better trader. In the future, I'll know better. And that, I also have to know that was a very, very, very rare thing. But it's not like it was impossible because, that same day, if I were to hold that short, I would have been down, I would have been down an insane amount. I mean, it would have been crazy. It would have been insane. But that's my risk, I got short at like 87, I think, 86. And I covered it at 110 for a $450,000 loss. It went to $200. So do the math. I mean, it could have been bad. But, even then, realizing that, me being short there, it kind of helped me readjust my goals, readjust my mindset, and always makes me get better every single day. I don't want to get stuck holding anything or, something like that because, it can really ruin you. And shorting can really ruin you as long as you're not smart about it. Now, I felt like, I know that I was well over $2 million in profit to shorting. I have the stats to prove that. Now, after that GameStop trade, I kind of ruined my stats a little bit on shorting. But it's still, there's lots of opportunity with shorting. It's just that kind of ruined me, for a little bit. And definitely mentality-wise. So I'm just sizing down, taking it easy. I went over to my Vanguard, which I very rarely do during a trading day, and I kind of started readjusting, and I started looking at stocks, and I kind of started, looking at things for my long term, because the reality is, if I'm smart about my long-term portfolio, I'll have my money working for me while I'm trading, so that's the best way I could do it. Raj said, hi Cam, I bought your course a couple of days ago back. I really like the course. Thanks. It's at Raj. People buy this course if you can. I appreciate that, Raj. I work hard on that, so hopefully a lot of you guys are positive about it, but I know there's some people who just simply, might not like it. That's okay. That's trading. That's not true. I always say that. That's just life. But, that being said, guys, I've kind of just been reevaluating. I've just been reevaluating, kind of just everything. And, I've been looking for, good companies to invest in because I want my money, it's almost like you believe in them. You believe in what they're doing. You believe in their concepts and their goals and the company. You believe in the growth. And it's just like, if I can be smart about where I put my long-term money, I can have it growing for me that much more. So, I could invest in real estate and I could do all these things, but then, real estate, then I got people working for me and then I'm always checking on the house. And so, it's still on my mind. It's still an opportunity and I probably will someday. But if I can be smart about stocks and be smart about companies that I put my money in and be smart about areas that I invest in, my money can be working for me that much better than anything else, So I want to be really, really smart about my long-term portfolio as well. And so I do my best with what I can. And I started to kind of go over the companies that I'm in. And I, looked at the price and looked at the returns. And, I was very fortunate enough to be able to invest in companies that, during the coronavirus way back when, I started to invest in a lot of the different companies that were falling, like the cruise liners and the airliners and, GE and just a lot of different companies that I believed in and was just looking for long-term dips. And I'm sure I'll look back on it 20 years from now and be like, wow, that was awesome. But there's also companies going forward like I missed out on, like Peloton and like, EH and things like that. And so I was trying very hard today to kind of be smart and look at things. So I kind of started sizing down on some things I didn't believe in as much. I cut half my position, opened up buying power. That way, if we do get a dip in the next coming months, I will have buying power, as well as I actually added liquidity from my bank to my long-term portfolio as well today. And one company that I continue to look at and continue to, definitely I'm looking at investing in, and I have invested in some, is OTRK. First of all, this chart is, to me, it doesn't get any better. Huge gap down, 4 red days. That's a very rare chart setup. Not only that, though, their revenues and everything else were rock solid. The company is actually not a healthcare company. It's more of like a technology company, but it has to do with healthcare. I'd recommend looking into it. CCIV was another one that I was looking into today. It's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Today would have been the 7th red day in a row on the daily. But yeah, I'm just looking at companies out there. STPK, what's that one? I don't know what that does. But I'm just looking at companies out there, trying to find, trying to find companies that are rock solid, but, also sizing down and making sure that, when I do average in, I'm going to have a lot of liquidity, and making sure that I have room to buy in case we keep falling in the markets. Because I'm always going to be a long-term investor, and I believe in American companies. I believe in all sorts of companies, Chinese companies as well. You just got to be smart about where you put your money. You have to realize that some of these companies you might lose on, but that's just called diversification. If you're smart about where you put your money and where you buy and things like that, you should be fine. Especially longer term. You set it and forget it and just have your money work for you. And stock can pay way better than real estate if you're smart about it. Being smart about it, having a long-term vision. My portfolio is mainly just going to be adding, and not really selling anything. Except for today. Today was a different story, but I just think some things happened in the market that I didn't feel comfortable, or that I felt comfortable with, that I wanted to create liquidity, and I added liquidity from my bank today. But anyways, guys. So my top 5 are PCG, OTRK, EH, CCIV. I really like ABBV because it's a long-term divvy play. This company continues to have solid revenue year after year after year, and their dividends are insane. They're like, I think they're like 6% dividends or something like that. So it's pretty awesome. I don't like to invest in healthcare, but with that kind of divvy and the kind of revenue they're producing and the kind of future that they have, no problem. But anyways, my main play today was OTRK. OTRK basically was longing all day. But literally, when this thing was falling, I was longing all day. I actually added some. That was some of me right there. I only added 5,000 shares down there, but someone bought like 38,000 or 33,000 shares down there. And then we recovered nicely. But OTRK, like I said, was my main focus because, looking at day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4 red in a row after 3 red days in a row here and a big gap down, I realized they had bad news, which so did STMP, and they came out of it. Sometimes a great example of bad news is Chipotle Mexican Grill, right? They had multiple outbreaks of bad news throughout, in here and in here. And now look at where they're at. They're at 1,500. People have a short-term memory. What's the other one? Was it Experian? What the hell is that one? No, I don't think it was that one. I don't know. There was a company that got hacked. And, that's already back. So, and no one would have thought that the SPY would be where it's at today, especially with what's going on and the shutdowns and things like that. But I'm just looking at things from a longer-term perspective. And, the reality is, guys, what a recover we've had from the coronavirus. So OTRK was just trying to add all day long, looking for the red-green move, and we never got it. I had to just stop out because, unfortunately, overnight, this one would with the brokerage that I have, it doesn't allow me to use the buying power the next day, which is changing, though, on Monday, I believe. Is what they told me, at least. I'm not really sure if that's for sure or not. But I think that on Monday we'll be back to being able to overnight stocks with buying power and being able to use that buying power the next day. What's going on, Tata Z? And Michi, come in. Come on, do you want to say hi to the stream? Come on. You sure do want me to scratch you, but you're not going to say hi, huh? Too shy today? So, yeah, that was my main focus. Other than that, I just scalped some things. You know, GameStop lost on that. CCIV took some winners and losers on it. Kind of just watched the market fall today. I did have a kind of a short bias, but I wasn't quite convicted, and it was tough. This was a lot what Jim Cramer likes to say is the margin calls. They get stopped out right around 11 Pacific Standard, 1 Eastern Standard, and then they continue to rev back up. It's the third red day in a row in the SPY, but again, I've been through, you know, this kind of move down here, and this was just nuts. This was just, I mean, I don't know what else to say, but it was nuts. It felt like every day right in here was just red after red after red. And it looks like it was green, but it just kept dying and dying and dying. It was pretty insane. But anyways, that's really today's trading day, guys. I've been spending too much time. 15 minutes is too much. If you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. I would really appreciate that. If you haven't already liked the channel, let's get to like 50 likes. It really helps the algorithm on YouTube. The NorMagnoTrading.com community really thanks you for that because we come on here for free every day. I just really appreciate if you guys could subscribe to the channel, click the icon alert if I make new videos. I really don't have anything else to cover today. Another red day. You know, watching EH, watching CCIV, OTRK, GameStop. You know, just watching a lot of companies. Ouch, meech. And other than that, guys, I appreciate it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys got something out of today. Come on, Michi, come on. And with that being said, guys, again, enjoy the rest of your day. We're kind of just sizing down, waiting for the next opportunities, and trying to be smart about the long-term portfolio. All right? I appreciate everything.